Hello, everybody. Welcome to my segment. This is Brenda Mejia, and today I have a very special guest, Ayden. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ayden Mekus. I'm an actor, model, I'm an influencer. I do a lot of stuff on Instagram, and I've been working on an awesome campaign with my shirts.
By the way, we love your shirts.
Thank you.
And I love all the positivity that you've been spreading. I actually saw the numbers, and it's 50 million views with these amazing little stories that we can all relate to. Do you want to elaborate on that?
So it's Darman Studios. It's these really, really cool stories, and it's not just videos. Like I said, it's stories that are changing lives, and it's inspiring people. And I think it really ties into my shirt line because in his videos, he has all these positive messages, and at the end, they always end with a lesson that really inspires people. And my shirt line is all about positivity and kindness, and that's why I love working with them. And these videos are crazy. They get like 50 million, 100 million. Now they're at billions of views, and
they're helping so like the youth and even us as parents to kind of relate to the situations that are being portrayed there. There is the recent one. Do you want to talk about that one? With the one that actually somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I saw this and it really helped."
Yeah, so I've done about 12 of them now, and the recent one I played a small role in it. Most of them I'm in the main role, but I was a homeless kid, and I was broke, and the message of the story was, wasn't it about, it was like...
The money.
Oh, yeah, the money. So to pay it forward.
Yes.
To always pay it forward. And that was awesome. Honestly, it inspired me. Like, that inspires me. And when they came up to me, they're like, "Hey, we just watched the most recent video we saw on Facebook. And even my kids watch you." And she's like, "Hey, can I get a selfie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it was just really cool to see that people, really support it.
That you're actually connecting and you're making a difference. And we're using social media in a positive light, which is amazing for the demographics. I feel like that is so empowering.
Which nowadays, a lot of the social media is really bad and bad influencing. That's why I'm trying to change that.
Exactly, and that's how we found you.
Thank you. Yeah.
My daughters and I actually, they recognized you at an event, and that is how you were here. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
And also your line, "The kindness is contagious." You have so many nice logos that kind of go with your... Do you want to talk about that?
Well, it's called Positive Choice Apparel. It actually started because I was bullied myself. And, I wanted to make a positive impact. And, like, before I started acting and modeling, I used to get bullied, and I lost my confidence and my self-esteem. Everything was at an all-time low. And when I started modeling, I was like, this is going good, and it led to acting. And then, once I started feeling good, I was thinking of ways to make other people happy too, and inspire other people and spread positivity.
You did something out of a negative situation, you turned it into something positive.
Yeah, because...
So let me ask you, I think bullying is happening at a bigger rate. There's not just physically bullying like at school, but I also feel like through social media and through all these other different channels that as parents we're not aware of. But is there some sort of advice that maybe you can give us parents and maybe listeners that are going through something like that, how to overcome it?
I mean, always be aware, honestly. You need to, always support your child. Sometimes you can be hiding it. Like me, I didn't want to tell my parents that I was being bullied because I was afraid of, something happening when I tell them. Yeah. And I think we should just always be aware of what's going on.
Did you feel guilty?
I think so, yeah. Because they made me feel like I was the one that was doing the wrong, when really I'm not. Yeah. And you should be proud of yourself.
And I think that is a really strong message that the listeners should understand, because unless you go through a situation like that, you can't relate or you can't understand. And usually when, I don't know if it happened to you, but when the child or the person speaks up, a lot of the times, because they feel like there's not enough evidence, they make the victim feel like it's their fault.
Exactly.
Do you relate to that?
I definitely relate. And, that's why I wanted to start my shirt line, to try to make a positive impact. And, okay, it actually started because I started off with a funny face, right? And I started off with sayings, and I'd go, "Hey, guys, it's Ayden," and you know what that means. And I'd turn around and make this funny face. I go... I do that. And then it became a trend, and I started seeing, people were like, positive feedback, and people were like, "Wow, that was really funny," and all that. And that's when I started making my first shirts. And it came with the funny face on it. And then from now, we have from 2 years ago, we have like over 50 designs now. And it's been going from
And
there.
you've been booking so much work. You've been doing. Do you want to elaborate on that?
For acting, I've been on Team Kaylee. It's a really cool Netflix show. I was on one of the main teams. I've done music videos, commercials, short films, the YouTube videos with Darman. And, that's all been going really great, honestly.
Well, we're very, very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is something that you felt, or you feel that sometimes maybe is something that nobody knows about you, that if we do, you'll be like, wow, that's kind of cool, or wow, that's kind of weird or fun or whatever. Is there something that maybe by just people, let's say, following you, is there something that maybe you want to share? Be like, hey, by the way, I don't know, I like cats, or I don't know, something that you want to.
Okay, well, I do love cats, but sadly I'm allergic.
I knew it. I know, me too.
And dogs too. I was like, I love dogs and cats though. But something really cool, which no one knows except for my parents and a couple of friends, is that I used to be really double jointed, and I can do this weird things with my fingers. I go like.
Ooh, I want to see that. Are you on camera? Okay, let's see.
Gosh, I can curl the tips of my fingers. I don't know. I thought it was really wacky, and I used to do it as a kid, and people thought that was funny. And I used to be able to put my finger all the way back.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird to you just give me chills. But it's cool.
Yeah, but that's one wacky thing.
So, what do you think is going to be the first thing that you're going to buy your awesome mom for being an awesome momager when you make it super big? What do you think?
Oh, man. That's so hard. Mom, I'll get you everything in the world. You know that. But if I had to pick one thing, I don't know. I always want to support you, even I don't know. What do you think? Give me some options. A sports car. A Lamborghini.
Yeah.
A new house. Support her every day.
I love it. I think that she's really proud of you. I know I'm proud of you. Thank you for letting us be your friend. My daughters look up to you, and all these millions of other children and parents that absolutely looked up to you. So we really appreciate that. Just keep doing it.
And obviously, I got to thank my mom, because she's the one that, inspires me too, and helps me with this whole thing. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I could do it without her.
That's exactly what that's what I wanted. I wanted the mom shout out.
So yeah, look at that. Look at that shirt.
I actually probably wear his stuff more than he does.
Yeah, I like repping it though. Don't worry.
Stealing his shirt.
That is
She does
awesome.
steal it.
Okay, so what's next? So what are you working on next? What are you promoting? I know the fashion show is coming up. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Actually, the fashion show, I think it's coming up in April sometime, hopefully. And they keep growing. They keep growing bigger and bigger. Last one was maybe 300 people, and it goes to 500. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and it's awesome. And projects I'm working on besides the YouTube videos with Darman, I've been auditioning, for a couple of Nickelodeon shows, Disney. I've gotten a couple of callbacks for those, so you'll never know.
That's amazing.
Maybe I can get one.
I can't wait to hear for the next interview.
And then also, I think the ultimate goal for my T-shirt line coming up is I want to try to get into schools. We're reaching out to schools, and we're trying to, so then we can promote it in there too, so then kids can also be reminded to do something positive, and that's my goal.
So let's walk the audience a little bit so they can be invited for your next fashion show. So basically, you cast and you audition different children throughout LA areas.
Yeah, and also over Instagram, I find actors, models, even dancers, and all sorts of people who just love to be themselves and spread positivity. I find them, and they come up with me, and we rock the one way.
And they get to wear your clothes, they get to promote, they get to feel empowered, they get to give back. And I really am proud of how much it's grown, because I remember seeing from a couple of, even throughout the months, it just grows by the little.
It's crazy, honestly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea where the next show is, or are you still working on that?
I think we're still working on it.
Okay. So I think the best thing to do is to have the listeners follow you on Instagram, if you want to go ahead and give your handles, and keep us posted.
Okay, well, my main Instagram is Ayden.Mekus, AYDEN.MEKUS. And then I also have my T-shirt line Instagram, which is positive.choice.apparel. And then you can find my website on there too for shirts and stuff. So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's 2 Instagrams.
So before we go, would you like to give some advice for in general, not just kids, but I mean, just in general, for anyone that wants to get into the industry and maybe is going through some hard times and maybe is a little bit, maybe not as confident. I mean, do you have any words of wisdom?
I know
you've done
exactly
so
what
much.
to say. It's, the one word I think of when you say that is persistence. Because I always hear no's in auditions, and when I first started, obviously it let me down. But I've learned that I could do auditions that have 20 no's, and then maybe I can finally get a yes. And you just have to keep persistence and keep going at it and have a good mindset while doing it, and you can achieve anything you want if you really just go at it with all you have and just have a positive attitude while doing it.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's how you continue to grow and give back and do all these amazing things that you're doing. Okay, one more thing. Let's see. If you were not doing this kind of career, what would you be doing? Have you thought about that?
It's such a hard question. Okay, besides acting and modeling, okay. I do love video games, and I'm actually kind of good at it. I'm not too bad. I like playing really competitive games and getting into the tournaments and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I love sports. You never know. I love basketball. Basketball's amazing. And I don't know. My mom does real estate, so I watch her too. So real estate's cool too. So I don't know. There's lots of choices I could choose from if I want to do something.
That's amazing that you say that. You've done so much at such a young age, and you continue to grow. And we're very, 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 very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So then let's see. Is there one last thought that you would like to share before we go?
Stay positive. Positivity for the win. And thanks, Mom, for always being there for me.
I love it. Okay, and then where can they buy your shirts?
Well, like I said, on Instagram, it's positive.choice.apparel. You can find the website on there. And we're actually just moving websites, and we're rebranding our logos and everything. So
We're getting updates.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
So if you follow, you'll find weekly updates, and you'll see it all. Oh, and then also I forgot to mention, we do giveaways too.
Let's talk about the giveaways before we go. Yes. We love giveaways. Okay.
Yes. So even at the fashion events, when I'm done with it, I always do giveaways to try to promote it even more, and so people can really see it and, feel what it's like to wear the shirts.
Love it.
See what the giveaways
so
all about.
as long as you follow
Ayden.Mekus on Instagram.
You want to spell it?
AYDEN.MEKUS.
There you go. So he is definitely one to watch and one to follow. So thank you very much for listening to In the Now with Brenda Mejia.